Today I'm going to show you how to begin the project I'm going to call Beside Myself. I've got Photoshop already open. I'm going to hold the Command key and tap the Tab key to get back to the Finder. In Google Drive, you will find a series of photos. These are photos that Vanessa Castro and I took the other day to use as examples. Notice that there are several photos in here. There's a portrait of me, a portrait of Vanessa, a portrait of Vanessa holding her hand over one eye, holding her hand over the other eye. Notice that she took her glasses off in this one. Close up. Then we're going to do, this is the Beside Myself one. So here's a picture of us standing by the picnic table, sitting at the picnic table. Me with a goofy look on my face. Here's one where we're poking each other in the side of the head, or imagining ourselves poking each other in the sides of our head. And then here we are standing up behind the table. Notice on the left-hand side, this wasn't framed very well, because there's all kinds of space over here and not enough space over here. That's actually not too bad, but try and remember where you're standing and sitting at the table. And also try and put some space in between and remember where you were, because as you'll see in a couple of minutes, this one probably won't work simply because of where we were standing. So what I'm going to do is, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to click one time on this image, and these are on the desktop, so I've already taken these out of Google Drive and put them on my desktop. I'm going to click on this first one and call it Beside Myself 01. Then I'm going to select everything from the left of the 0 and copy that. Then I'm going to click on the next one down. Notice how it put this at the top because these are done alphabetically. I'm going to click one time on this one. Hit Command V for paste and add the number 2. Then when I click this next one down, that one will go to the top. Make sure to pause in between because I don't want to double click and open it. I'm trying to change the names, and this is how you do this on the desktop. So pause in between clicks. Command V, this is the third one. Click on the next one. Wait for a second, click it again. Command V, and this is the fourth one. Now that I have my 4 JPEGs that are all named the same, I'm going to hold the Shift key down, this one's already selected, and click up here so that all 4 of them are selected. Notice that the preview goes away because the preview can't do that with all of them. Then I'm going to hold the Control key down on the keyboard and click on these and select Open with Photoshop. This will open all 4 files. What you have to determine is which one you think will go in front of the previous one. The only 2 that are probably in question is this one, which is number 1, and this one, which is number 3. I might not be able to use this one because it's overlapping too close to some of the other characters. So what I'm going to do is, they're labeled 1, 2, 3, and 4. My 4th one seems to be the one that would be behind all of the other ones. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy and paste the other ones into this one, and it'll create separate layers. So the next one in line, even though they're numbered not necessarily in order, I think would be this one. So I'm going to select everything on the screen by doing Command A, and copying this by doing Command C, going back to this one, and doing Command V for paste. Then I'm going to double click the background and call this one Standing. This one I'm going to call Standing 2. Here's how you change the name on this if I didn't mention it. Select the layer and then select it again. double click here, and it'll highlight this. So I'm calling this one standing 2, and this one is just standing. Notice the little eyeball character, and also notice that when you roll over and pause for a second, it tells you what those things are, just like it does on all of the tools. If you pause for just a moment, it will tell you what the tool is called and also what the keyboard shortcut is. In this case, it's a G. The other thing I want you to notice is that the higher up something is in layers shows you which one's in front of the other one. So I've got standing and standing 2. I'm going to call this one poking. So I'm going to select everything again, Command A, or you can go to Select All. Here's the keyboard command, Command A. Copy is Command C, or you can go to Edit, Copy. I'm going to click on the one that has layers and paste it in, Command V, or Edit, Paste. I'm going to come over here and double click where it says Layer 1 and call this one Poking. Then I'm going to go to my final layer, select everything, select all, copy, edit, copy, go to the one with the layers, paste is edit, paste, or Command V. Now that I have these ones all layered, I can close these ones. I'm not going to throw them away. I'm going to put them back in my Google Drive. But now I've got this one with all the layers, so I'm going to do File, Save As. I'm going to leave the name beside myself on there and do an underscore, first initial, last name. Please make sure it's your first initial and your last name. Underscore P, and I'm going to put the hashtag, but please put the number in there of the period number that you have me. And then I'm going to save it. Before I click Save, though, this is actually in a folder on my desktop. On the left-hand side, I'm going to click Desktop so that I can find it easily and save it. So that's how you get all of the images into Photoshop and save it. The next video I'm going to show you is how to create what's called a layer mask, which will enable you to erase and unerase from your image.